Left-wing activists put out a mafia-style hit on the Kenosha kid, known as Kyle Rittenhouse. They're planning to assassinate him in his cell, and I'm going to expose their evil plan. But you know what the most insane part is? They're a group called Jailhouse Lawyers Speak, and they're funded by ActBlue, a Democrat organization that raises money for Democrat causes. Why are ActBlue and the Democrats funding potential Epsteining of this 17-year-old minor? Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we're going to talk about Jailhouse Lawyers Speak, ActBlue, the DNC, the Democrats, and Kyle Rittenhouse. His life may be in danger. And I say this with genuine concern. The boy's life is at risk. Here you can see on Twitter. I want to show you the following tweet. Jailhouse Lawyers Speak. Hashtag August 21st. They go on to say, if he goes to a cell and anyone gets a lock on his location, email it to us. So this leftist organization, and they are left-wing activists, this is confirmed, they are funded by ActBlue, are trying to find Kyle Rittenhouse's location. And why would they possibly be looking for his location if not to put out a mafia-style hit on this kid, on this minor? They're trying to take his life. And I feel like somebody has to talk about this because the authorities need to be alerted. Now, doxing people and threatening people's lives is nothing new to leftist activists on Twitter. It happens every day. Twitter does not ban people who threaten the lives of others on Twitter as long as they're progressive, woke, and left-wing. No. They only ban conservatives for saying that there are only two genders. But this is very serious, folks. But before we continue with this story, a quick word from our sponsor, Sandman.
Howdy, partner. The Brave browser protects your privacy and gets you back in the saddle, making it safe to surf the web again, ad-free. Even Vladimir Putin probably uses it. If you do choose to see ads, you get paid for your attention in cryptocurrency. If you're still using YouTube on Google Chrome, then my pet horse is laughing at you. Don't let the stallions of Silicon Valley spy on you and mount you like a prize pony. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
Now, who exactly are Jailhouse Lawyers Speak? You see, the Facebook page was locked, and I have a good idea of why. The Jailhouse Lawyer Group, as the name implies, is a group of felons and convicted criminals in prison organizing politically. In other words, they're literally prisoners, who you can see on their website. Jailhouse Lawyers Speak. Jailhouse Lawyers Speak, JLS, is a national collective of imprisoned persons. I love how they say imprisoned persons and not convicted felons who fight for human rights by providing other prisoners with access to legal education, resources, and assistance. JLS is the organizing force behind the 2018 National Prison Strike, the 2017 Millions for Prisoners March on Washington, D.C., and the National Prison Strike of 2016. This is what they have to say.
Welcome to Millennials Are Killing Capitalism. This is Jay. In this episode, we talk to a member of Jailhouse Lawyers Speak who maintains anonymity to prevent retaliation for organizing in prison. JLS is a collective of imprisoned human rights advocates. We talk about their recent national call for outside solidarity actions from August 21st through September 9th. We also talk about the state of prisoner movements today and solidarity organizing on the outside. JLS has an international law project underway to document the inhumane conditions in prisons in all 50 states for the purpose of presenting these conditions before the UN Human Rights Council. We talk about that project as well as JLS's organizational stance on the 2020 elections.
So there you have it, folks. They're literally a group of prisoners LARPing as, advocates for better conditions in prison. Now, I have to admit, I do think that conditions in prisons are really bad. First of all, America has too many prisoners. Second of all, the conditions in these prisons are very bad. And third of all, prison has become a for-profit industry, which leads to prisons advocating to the state, lobbying that we arrest people and arrest people and arrest people. And it's just ridiculous. There are people going to jail because of possession of I don't know, some illicit substance for longer than people who have murdered children. I wish I was exaggerating, but you have literal stories of women who, for example, murder their young, going to jail for less time than a guy who had a little bit of that dank reefer, or whatever the kids are calling it these days. So, it didn't take long for me to put 2 and 2 together. They're trying to lock down his location so that they can do a mafia-style hit and take him out. They're threatening to murder him. Why is this tweet up on Twitter? Well, because Twitter is left-wing. They support these insane people. Now, a Twitter user called Quarantine Coof brings up a really, really good point. They go on to say, isn't ActBlue a Democratic fundraising organization? Why would they be financially tied to a prisoners group that is trying to locate what cell Kyle Rittenhouse is in? Because they fund literal criminals. So, I mentioned earlier that these people are funded by ActBlue, and it is completely true. Here is the proof, my friends. You can see the original tweet of the Jailhouse lawyer speak, the JLS, threatening to, well, it's a veiled threat, but it's a threat nonetheless. They're asking for a cell location, they're prisoners, they're probably going to try and take his life. But if you follow and actually get into their Facebook, I think that they locked their Facebook, you see the following: contact info, as well as a link to secure.actblue.com/donate/prison strike. They're being funded by Democrats. ActBlue.com. Now, if I go to Google, it'll tell us exactly what ActBlue is. ActBlue, software company. ActBlue is a non-profit technology organization established in June 2004 that enables left-leaning nonprofits, Democrats, and progressive groups to raise money on the internet by providing them with online fundraising software. Its stated mission is to empower small dollar donors. So when they say that this is for Democrats, it's obvious what that means. This is for people who vote Democrat. Left-leaning, people who lean left. Progressive groups, that one is not so clear. Whenever the left talks about being progressive, what they really mean are these left-wing extremists. The same SJWs, activists that are out on the streets right now, protesting, rioting, and looting and burning things down. That's who they are. There's nothing more regressive than the progressive left. So here we see a user on Twitter, ClownWorld, says, I hope the infamous hacker 4chan can help Kyle. Well, I hope so too. They're currently discussing this, and yeah, someone has to help Kyle, because if we don't, no one will. So share this video if you get a chance, and let people know. And also, I need someone to forward this story to the authorities. This is a very serious issue. Now, it's important to note that the Jailhouse Lawyers Speak is an anonymous organization, so it could be hard to find out who its members are. However, okay, so here we have a Twitter user, Ogre660, who says, attention, at U.S. Marshals HQ, at FBI, and at the Justice Department. Good on you. Another person says, they put a hit on your client, at Linwood. So people are notifying the FBI, people are notifying Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyer, which is Nick Sandmann's lawyer, L. Linwood. He's quite a spicy guy, and he's dropped a lot of red pills lately. Ooh, so Jeremy Creasy sends out a good tweet. He ats a bunch of people. This is most assuredly a threat. This is not the sort of thing you want to be liable for. Inmate lawyers have a lot of influence on calling hits on people. Exactly. These are like the prisoner mafia. It sounds like a threat. Veiled threat or no. So these people need to be taken down. Obviously, this Twitter account should be suspended. This group should be investigated. And, well, I don't know if you can convict a prisoner. They're already in prison. So you might have to convict them some more. But I believe all of this should happen. If they really cared about prisoners' rights and humane conditions in prison, maybe they wouldn't be trying to murder a person in prison. Kyle Rittenhouse acted in self-defense. All the footage we have proves it. The charges against him are bogus and will probably fail. Furthermore, Nick Sandmann's lawyer, Linwood, is on the case. I gotta tell you folks, this is insane. But the very fact that ActBlue is behind funding these people, it's absolutely insane. So when you go to their Twitter page, the JLS has this picture that says prisoners resistance. And, they're asking for donations. And here you can see them mocking mocking people saying, you need to watch what you're doing, because what you're doing is bad. Jailhouse Lawyer Speak says, this is what's so darn funny. People out there telling us to tread lightly, shaking my effing head. In response to a guy saying tread lightly. Now, these people clearly think that they're above the law. I mean, they're already in prison, right? What more could you lose? I don't know. Maybe life in prison? Maybe having your parole revoked? Maybe being thrown in a worse prison? I don't know. What I can say is that people have noticed, and you will be reported. But that's pretty much the story, my friends. I think it goes without saying that this is very serious and needs to be stopped. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Doing so will grant you access to a private Discord server. It's a great place to post dank maymays. If you want to donate, there's DonorBox and crypto. Links and addresses are down below in the description. And you can also support my channel by visiting my merch store. I have a Deus Volt design and all sorts of merch if you're interested. The link is also in the description. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.